I feel like everybody alive in America right now was not prepared with antibodies to recognize and fight off fascism. And I think I know why, at least I have a theory why. Now, like a body's immune system, I'm sure there are people from other parts of the world, and I've read some about how they can recognize fascism, they can spot fascism, and they can root it out because they've had experience with it now. Kind of like people that were living on the American continent before the Europeans came over were a lot wiped out by lacking any sort of antibodies, resistances against certain diseases. I feel like most people in America right now have no natural resistance or immunities to fascism, and I'm going to tell you why. Our grandparents that fought in World War II, that fought fascism in World War II, were so traumatized by what they experienced in the war that they never talked about it to my parents, who are their children, and therefore my parents, boomers, were not able to pass that anti-fascist antibody on to me. So I've talked to my parents and my grandparents, but my parents, multiple times asked them, did your dad ever talk about going to war? No, no, no. Did your dad ever talk about going to war? No, no, no. I know one of my grandfathers was in Iwo Jima. Like, I've now learned what happened there and understand what a horrific experience it must have been. So the men come home from World War II, but they don't, not in all cases. I have talked to people whose grandparents taught them about the danger of fascism, but I think that because the people returning from World War II just didn't want to talk about it, just wanted to get on with life, they never passed on that anti-fascist antibody to their children, who are the boomers. They never passed that on, and those parents, mine, never passed it on to me, and so therefore here we are. Unless you study, unless you think, unless you understand about what fascism is and how dangerous it is and what the signs are of it is, we are going to be like people that were living on the United States continent. We're just going to wipe us out because we're not, by the time we know what's going on, it'll be too late. So, I don't know. This is just a theory I was thinking up. What do you think?